MTG Marvel Super Heroes is right around the corner, and with draft being the main focus of this channel, it seemed really apt to talk about how Marvel Super Heroes is going to have the highest stakes draft that we have seen in a long time. The Pro Tour Top 8 is going to feature the draft format, and I think this is absolutely fantastic news for Limited players because it shows that Limited is a priority for them, it shows that they want it to be the focus, and it shows that it is going to be highlighted and explained, and maybe even new people are going to get involved because they'll be seeing it played by the best players in the world. Now, there is maybe a little bit of cynicism that says maybe there was some sort of thing where like they wanted to make sure the Marvel cards got shown off, and the only way to guarantee that is by showing draft. But quite frankly, I don't really care because I'm really just happy to see Limited getting this sort of attention, and it's going to be really interesting to see how they do the coverage for this sort of thing because a lot of Pro Tour coverage is aimed towards Constructed. The way that Pro Tours normally work is day 1 is 3 rounds of draft followed by 5 rounds of Constructed, day 2 is 3 rounds of draft followed by 5 rounds of Constructed, and then the top 8 is Constructed. But in this event, they're going to have a top 8 draft. I hope it goes really, really well. I hope the viewership is good. I hope it's exciting and interesting because I think it's really cool to see the format that I personally enjoy the most get highlighted in this way. It is also very interesting because when thinking about how Pro Tour competitors will get ready for the event, if they normally would just like rely on their team to help them get ready for draft, they might spend a lot more time on draft themselves because they want to make sure that if they do make that top 8, which is their ultimate goal, they can do well in a draft where the winner gets $50,000. The last time we had a Pro Tour top 8 draft was in Pro Tour Kuala Lumpur in 2008, which John Finkel won, which was an all-limited Pro Tour. And so having that kind of return to focus all these years later is really, really great to see. I do want to talk a little bit about how it actually works. Once the top 8 is decided, they have random seeding in the pod, and then they'll play kind of the way that you would often play it like an F&M, where you play against the person furthest apart from you, and then they kind of will determine the matchups in a very similar way. But you don't actually get seeded based on your seeding in the event. So it's not like you're like 1 seed, 2 seed, 3 seed, 4 seed, 5 seed. It's like you just get seeded randomly, and then you do get to choose to be on the play if you're the higher seed. And so the 1 seed gets a pretty big advantage because they get to be on the play every single round. But being the 2 seed, you can get a little bit unlucky and play against the 1 seed in the first round of the draft and not get to choose that. So that's a little bit of an interesting wrinkle in that event. But regardless, it's a huge event. It's a real good chance for Limited to like show off. And hopefully they've put a lot of effort into this set designing it because they know that it's going to be shown off. So they want to make sure that it's a balanced format with interesting things to discuss, and there's not like anything crazy going on that would ruin the format. So that gives me some optimism. But regardless, I think it's a great sign for Limited that they are putting these higher spotlight kind of things onto it, shining the light on Limited, maybe helping more players enjoy it, get interested. And overall, I'm really excited for the event and wanted to talk about it a little bit with all of you so you can get excited for that as well. That's going to do it for this video, though. I hope you enjoyed hearing this update, and I'll talk to you next time.